What's good? It's Postman. About to do another quick video for you, for the YouTubers out there. LiveOffBeats.com. Got some very special news. Also, I got a book for you. But before I get into all that, I just want to make a quick video to encourage you and inspire you. I get a lot of Facebook messages, tweets, emails, YouTube comments, YouTube messages, because I'm all over the place. So I get all these things from producers. And one of the common questions I get is, how do you deal with haters or negativity towards your dreams as a music producer? Well, this is a multi-layered video, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to inspire you to be able to get past that, and also help you deal with it, and help you understand what you're dealing with. And the sad part is, I'm not talking about negativity from your family or from your friends. That's easy stuff, right? We've been dealing with that for a long time. I'm talking about from other music producers, guys who you share camaraderie with in the music production space, right? And so these guys are generally they make you feel the worst because they discourage you from thinking that it's actually possible to be successful as a music producer. And I'm gonna give you a story to illustrate what I'm talking about and what inspired me to make this video, and then help you get through it if you're dealing with that or if you have dealt with it, and help you understand why they are the way they are and why they'll never be successful themselves, but you can. Now, I was on my Facebook, reading just some comments and stuff, and I saw this producer, or this older producer, I guess been doing it for a while, 17 years, quote unquote, and he was talking about how much he had to struggle to, and it's a struggle, it's a grind, it's hard. I'm doing 17 years and I'm still struggling, that type of mentality, the what we call brokenness. We used to call it brokenness back in the day on Live Off Beats in the community. We also we call it the starving artist or starving producer mentality. You know what I'm saying? He had that mentality. So he was going on about that. And a younger producer, probably, I'm guessing he's a Live Off Beats, part of Live Off Beats community, because the way he was talking, but I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna say he was, but he was like, man, you know what? I've been seeing music production has been paying me great, man. I've been making a great living from my music. He was like, man, I haven't even been doing music production that long. He's like, really, I only been doing it for a short amount of time, and I'm making great returns. I'm making great money. And so you would think intelligently the guy who, was made the first comment, was real negative, who been doing it 17 years and still struggling, would have been like, well, damn, what are you doing? Like, well, I've been struggling for all these years, and you just now starting out, or you not just starting, probably been doing it for a few years, and you're seeing all this success. What are you doing? Instead, he's like, man, I don't believe you, and it, look, man, I'm sorry, man, it can't be done, and that's all bullshit. He started getting mad and berating the guy and calling him a liar and all this stuff. And it was just interesting to see that dynamic, because see, that's a real fool. Anybody who struggles for 17 years, it's something wrong with them mentally. You understand? I mean, even a moron could sit and do something for 5 years or 10 years or 15 years and then become successful at it. I mean, it's not rocket science. Unless you're doing the same dumb shit over and over and over again for 15 years and never learn nothing, then you would at least see reasonable success, right? Or you just weren't really doing it, you were just doing it as a hobby. That's fine too. But he's making it seem like he was doing it as a career for 17 years and still struggling and can't seem to, you know what I'm saying? And so what that is a lot of times people are addicted to the struggle, and they get angry if you tell them they don't have to struggle, because now they feel like, damn, all these years I wasted struggling and it's that easy, man. It makes their mind just shut down and be like, no, it can't be, because I struggled all these years. And they don't want to face the fact that, hey, maybe you didn't have to struggle all those years if you would just learn some different strategies to be successful as a music producer. And so you see that a lot, man, on forums. You see that a lot on when you communicate with other producers. Guys who are unsuccessful and failing at things, they always try to get you to believe it's not possible for you. It's all bullshit, man. Don't believe that. And see, those are failure mentality producers, failure mentality people, and they always going to be failures, because that's the way they think. They think with a failure mentality. The only way a failure person can be successful is if somehow, by the grace of goodness, they change their mindset. Somehow something clicks and they go, wow, you know what? Let me stop being a failure-minded fruitcake, because that's what you are. You understand? Those are the type of people I have no tolerance for. I have no tolerance for people who kill other people's dreams. You know, hey, it's one thing, hey, you're unsuccessful, you're a fucking loser, fine. Don't believe it, but don't crush somebody else who's saying I'm going to go after it because, hey, they just might do it. You know, I always tell people, you know, as a coach myself to music producers and a person who's, I mean, I've helped so many music producers, especially young producers coming up with their confidence and self-esteem and that they can do it because it's not about following exactly what I say or what you learn. I know that every human being is creative and every human being will find a way to create something that never been created before. You'll find a way to be successful with music as a music producer that maybe I didn't even think of. If you just put your focus over there and really put in your mind that I'm going to succeed at this no matter what, I'm going to find a way, I know you will. That's just the human spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So even if I don't know how to do it, I might be like, I don't know how you're going to do that. I don't know. But I'll be like, I know you can do it because you're going to put forth the effort to do it. You know, back in the day, I've been blessed, man, that I helped pioneer the whole wave of music online, period. We're posting our music and rap music and marketing online back in 1999, 2000, 2001. I mean, we were doing this stuff early, 2002. You know, we were selling beats online early. Like, we started the early days. So I've watched it literally transform. Like, it's no bullshit. Guys who started this 2 years ago are killing the game, making all this money. And back in the day, I mean, you had to be doing this for years and years of struggling, trying to get it right because it was a lot of hard work. I'm not mad at that. That guys who have just started out now are succeeding a lot faster because the technology now is here. It's up to date. Hell, if the technology was here 13 years ago when we were doing it, when we were starting out, then we would have been crushing it. We'd have been multi-millionaire producers on the internet by now because we would have been able to use all this technology like beat players and automated beat players and tracked out files can be sent over the internet and high speed. Hell, it wasn't even high speed internet like that. It wasn't YouTube. It wasn't all this stuff. You know, so but I'm not mad that you guys who are new to this game don't have to struggle for years, you know, like we had to do with figuring all this shit out and trying to figure out how to get paid in Western Union. I don't want that y'all to go through that. I'm happy to see as years go by, the success rate is quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker because technology is evolving. You understand? And you know you have a success mindset when you're thinking like how I'm thinking. When you want to see the newer people that come in succeed a lot faster than you did. You want it to be easier. You want it to be quicker. You want it to be faster. That's called evolution. That's called life. So I don't want you to be discouraged when you start reading these forums. And trust me, this ain't nothing new. Back when I was starting, it was always the negative Nancy's and the piss poor producers who always tried to discourage you from trying to figure out a way to be successful as a music producer. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you got to know somebody. Oh, you got to struggle for 20 years. Oh, you got to be lucky. Oh, you got to be super talented. Oh, you gotta make bullshit. Oh, they don't like real hip hop. Oh, it's always this and the industry is too tough. It's always excuses. I've heard all this since I started, and it's still being perpetuated to this day from losers who never succeed at anything. People hate when they aren't successful. So, you know, I just wanted to share this with you so you don't get discouraged when you see that when you're going for it and you're like, man, I don't necessarily see the outcome. And you're still on the path. You know, I was talking to my dad today, and it was interesting because he was, you know, we were talking, and my dad is a real interesting guy. Like, my dad is like one of the most brilliant people that I know, you know, if not the most brilliant. And, you know, he always kind of humbles me to a degree, you know, because he's like, yo, you know, you're successful now, and you see what you're doing, and the money you make. He said, but you got to remember, you know, it wasn't always like that. All the experiences and the sacrifice and the failure and the struggle and the stress and, you know, yeah, now it's easy. Now I can just hit a button, make all this money, I wake up the money and, you know, all that stuff, you know, and I know what to do now. But he was just reminding me, like, yo, you don't forget the path. You know, and everybody, you know, is not where you are in terms of the path. So, you know, you can't, you got to remember what you went through and the experiences that got you to where you are now, to where it's relatively easy. But, you know, don't forget about the experiences. And you may be along your path. It was a time, and it just brought me back to why it was a time where I just was like, how am I going to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no clue of how I'm going to do this, man. I wanted to build a music production. You know, first of all, I wanted to have credits. I'm like, man, I want to be known as a professional producer. So then now I have 153 television credits, TV film. I'm a professional producer, so if I go somewhere, I'm a accredited professional. I mean, selling beats online is where your money's at. It's definitely good money, but you still won't be accredited as a professional until you have a published work. So, you know, in the work that I do and teaching producers, I have to be able to say, look, I'm a professional producer. With IMDb credits, if you look me up, I have over 153 television, TV, film credits with my name on them, with my music. So, you know, I wanted that. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I wanted to have a sound empire. I love sound design empire. I wanted to sell drum sounds and have, you know, make a great empire and brand and these different sounds and loops and teach. I didn't even know nothing about teaching information. I didn't even care about that yet. You know what I'm saying? I just that stumbled upon that because people kept asking me how I was fucking marketing and getting all over the place, and then I just stumbled into this, and now this is blown up to something huge. So it's like, you know, I remember those times when I didn't know if this shit was really gonna work out. I didn't necessarily know the next step either. I just was like, yo, oh, getting dry. I was just like, yo, you know, I'm gonna keep going, and you may be at that position now. Now I remember there was a time where I didn't get consistent results. I've been at that stage too. It's funny because we go through all these stages. Like, okay, well now I need consistent. How do I get consistent results? Not just money here and there. Like, first I had to make my first dollar. I remember getting my first beat sale. You know what I'm saying? I remember those days. And it was like, okay, wow, it's possible. But then it was the next stage is, well, how do I make this consistent? Then the next stage is, well, how do I grow this and so I can have an actual life in all this and live a lifestyle that I want to live and dream about and do things and live my dreams? You know? And now I'm at the stage of expansion. How do I keep expanding this even further and amass even more wealth and be able to really develop my potential fully? You know what I'm saying, in this world, and what is that? You know what I'm saying? And contemplating those type of thoughts. And, you know, so it's just interesting. And then what is my musical sound going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want to create a sound for this time period, and how am I going to make my mark in music? You know, those are the things I think about now. You know, and it's just interesting. It's like, you go through these stages, man, and you don't necessarily see how you're going to get to the next stage. But it's funny because you always get there. As long as you keep going and trying and focusing and learning and grinding and seeing and learning and grinding and visualizing, you get there, and then you're like, damn, it's crazy. Once you get there, sometimes you forget what you had to go through. So don't never look at where you're at and go, damn, I'm not going to make it, or it's impossible. But the problem is that you try to get encouragement from other producers on the path, and they just give you negativity and crap, and it's not possible and stuff like that, man. So, you know, fuck them, man. They're going to be piss poor, you know, failures in probably their whole life, man. You know, another thing I was talking to my dad about, it was funny. Me and my dad was talking, and I was just telling him, like, man, you know, I've come to the realization, I've become comfortable with the idea that everybody just ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to become comfortable with that. Like, yo, it's going to be those of you who are going to succeed. You say, you know what, I'm positive. I'm going to keep a positive mindset. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to follow my dreams. And then you going to make it by law of nature. And then it's going to be those people who just going to be negative and haters and hate on people and be jealous. They just not going to make it. They're going to live their whole life just failing. And you got to become comfortable with that. Just like, hey, man, everybody's not going to make it. Every producer is not going to make it because everybody is not positive and have a successful mindset that they're going to go out and encourage people and encourage themselves. And, you know, they spread hate and negativity. That's just, hey, that's the way it is. But you got to decide, who are you going to be? I've decided who I was going to be. Does that mean that we're going to be perfect? No. Does that mean we don't get frustrated? Does that mean that we become aliens and we no longer feel things and go through things? Nah, man. You know, that's fantasy living. But, you know, things can be a lot easier for you, and you can be a lot happier through life and acquire a lot of the things you dream about. I do believe that. And I believe that if you stay on the path and you stay focused, like my mentor always used that term, focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. Focus on growing your music production business and really focus on it. You know, sometimes I slip up and want to do 100 different things. And it always turns out the same way, that you need to focus on one thing and see it all the way through. And once you see that through, then you can start doing other things and see those things through. But, you know, I'm like have ADD. You know, I want to do this. I have so many great ideas and I you know, so many things that inspire me when it comes to music, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business, when it comes to this and in the music production community. I want a music production network. I want a music production TV show. I want to do so much for music producers, for the culture. You know, I want clothing line. I want all these different things that I want to do. It's like, okay, we'll start one place, finish that through. You know, I got sound design companies and consulting, and then sometime I drop pause. You know, I drop balls, pause. I did the pause thing. That could be funny. I don't want y'all taking clips and shit and making me seem this way or that way. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's about focusing on where you're trying to go. And you'll get there, you know. So I just want to give you some inspiration because I have all these fucking YouTube followers. I get like 30, 40,000 views. I don't even post videos on YouTube like that. But anyways, I got a new ebook that I just put out. It's called Producer's Roadmap to Success. It's actually free. I was going to sell it for like $30, 20, $30. But I actually just say, you know, I'm just giving it out for free, you know, to the producers, to you, you know, to you. If you just want to read something, and it's a really deep book. Like the Producer's Roadmap to Success, like I said, I'm giving it to you for 100% free, no strings attached. But literally, that book is so deep and powerful, man. Like, it's on some next level shit. Like, you know how I post. You know, if I give you shit, I'm not just giving you some bullshit. Like, I'm talking about this is some next level shit. The Music Producer's Roadmap to Success is like, if you ever heard Think and Grow Rich, it's like Think and Grow Rich for music producers. And I wanted to name it Music Producer's Roadmap to Riches, but then people, whenever you start using riches, people start thinking scam and shit like that. You can't really, it's hard to, you know, people are real, you know, I hate to say it, but programmed to be anti-money and anti-rich. So I didn't want to use that as a title, but that's what I really want the title, Roadmap to Riches. But it's a deep book, Producer's Roadmap to, and I read it and it blows my mind. Like, I still read. I know it's crazy. I read my own book because I feel like I wrote it, but it's. I feel like I was. I don't want to sound too spooky, but I feel like it was an energetic thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of opened myself up and let the book come through me, man. Because it's a deep book and it's gonna change. It's gonna change the way you see things, man. It's not just okay. Here's how to market. Here's how to sell some stuff. I mean, the Music Producer's Roadmap to Success is man, it's something on another level, man. Like it's gonna change everything. That it's gonna change your life. It's a life changing thing, man. But again, it's free. I like I said, so I'm not selling it to you. I was gonna sell it for $30 because it's deep, man. And then I was just like, you know what? Why not just give it out for free? You know, it's gonna bless the world. It's gonna go viral. I want it to go viral, man. Give it out to people. Whatever you want to do, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? I just want this message to spread. And when I think about my legacy, I swear I know that it's in 5 years or 10 years, man, all the next wave of super producers and all you guys who are going to be doing all these great things in music production, I saw it, like, I feel like I saw the future. Like, they're going to be on TV, or you going to be on TV saying, yo, I got this free ebook, you know, one time from this dude named Postman called Producer's Roadmap to Success, and I read that book and it changed everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's gonna be one of those type of things. You feel what I'm saying? That it's gonna sweep the music production community and it's gonna change so many lives. It's gonna be a game changer for music. It's like music production industry is here, but because this book is gonna elevate all the producers' thinking, we're gonna take the industry to the next level. That's how deep that. So that's why I'm not selling it, because I want to spread like a virus. I want to just spread and see what type of change I can make in the industry. Now, how crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's. I'm thinking on a different level, right? That's a different level type of thinking. You know, first it was just like, what can I sell, get money. Then, and once you get to a certain level of thinking, I still want my money. I don't think I ain't getting my money. I ain't selling shit. Y'all know me. I've got to get my bread. But you start to think about the impact you can have on this planet. Like Postman may go tomorrow, but if that book spread, I'm going to live on. My legacy. They're going to say, this book changed the entire landscape of the music production. Music producers wasn't getting paid. It was an industry that they were struggling. Music producers didn't know. They didn't have no encouragement. And now it's a viable industry where they're doing all kinds of things that I can't even imagine, because it's going to open your mind to see things where music producers are going to become brands, just like artists. And you're going to be able to get endorsement deals just like artists, and you may be getting endorsed by KRK and do $1 million deal. You know, it's that's where it's going. We've been the underserved community for so long as music producers. No one knows about us. We're just an underground little community, but we have such an impact on the planet. You know what I'm saying? We've impacted the world, but if you're not for real, or Timbo or Hitboy or the top guys, you pretty much just go by the wayside. They don't know that it's a whole group of people in their garages and in their basement, in their bedrooms, doing some great things, great cooking up some great music, great creativity. And now with the internet, we can actually get it out, man, and bless the whole world with it, man. We're in a whole new time. And I know I go on tangents, but sometimes I gotta get it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Just a beautiful time that we live in, man, as music producers. And it's really up to you to decide whether or not you're going to be a part of this, or you're going to keep being negative and complaining. I'll be seeing YouTube comments sometimes, and it's just guys being negative. I try not to go back and forth. Which one guy I went back and forth with, because but that just deleted the whole thread because he's just a clown. You know what I'm saying? I start realizing people who do that are clowns, man. Don't waste none of your energy on that. You just got to be positive and success minded, man. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, man. I'm coaching producers now, and what they're doing, and the websites, the beat sites that I'm seeing, it's just phenomenal. I remember when the beat sites first started, when producers were just on SoundClick. I started that. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to toot my own horn, because you're gonna be like, Post, what you? But if y'all part of the community being long, y'all remember of the transition. In fact, I put out SoundClick secrets that taught producers how to get money on SoundClick. I'm the one who spread that information, but we're not going to go there. Then I realized, I said, wow, the problem with SoundClick is you don't have your own customer. And then I made the transition, start telling all the producers, you need your own beat sites. You need your own business where you can control your own customer, control your own flow, control your own destiny in your own music production business. You don't want to just be on third-party sites. And then I made that transition, started teaching that, and then it spread like wildfire. Then I told producers how to make their beat sites with opt-in forms and sign-up forms and building their list. I created all that shit. Didn't nobody know about that. I put that out there. A lot of guys now are teaching it, and that's fine, because that's what's going to happen. That's the marketplace. It's funny, but then guys, sometimes producers try to come and match with me. Well, this and that. Like, man, you can't. We're not even on the same level, man. I told a producer of that, I said, the reason why you even want to sell beats online or even trying to do the shit you're doing is because of me. And he don't even realize that. You feel what I'm saying? I created the whole wave of teaching producers, didn't even know the shit existed. You know what I'm saying? People that producers didn't even know the shit existed, But now, when things get popping out, and when I did, there was a lot of resistance. When I first put out Live Off Beats, man, a lot of guys, some of you remember. Some of y'all who were just now finding, you wasn't here back in the day. It was a lot of resistance. I was getting slammed on producer forums saying, yo, this dude's just a scam artist. They didn't even read the material. And then there was some producers who were getting the material that I was putting out and going and trying and going, yo, this is some great stuff. And started seeing success because they were seeing what I was saying, which is putting marketing principles behind it. That's what the mistake was when we were coming up as producers. We didn't have marketing principles. We just had good beats and we were just putting them online hoping that artists would find us, and they would sometimes, but it was hit and miss. It was about marketing principles. And then I went and learned marketing principles, started learning under my mentor and the masters, multi-millionaire marketers, and bring that information back to the community, music production community. And there was a lot of resistance. Selling beats online, they were talking, that's a scam, it doesn't work, and all that stuff. Now it's common knowledge. Now it's like, hey, man, sell beats online. Oh, yeah, man, it's a great thing to do. They're acting like it was popular. Now it's just, the thing to do as a producer. But not knowing that before, no one was talking about that. Nobody even knew that existed till I started putting ads out. I wrote the first book called Producer's Guide to Riches. Some of you remember that. Producer's Guide to Riches. I wrote the first book geared towards producers getting money, period. You know what I'm saying? There was another book called Music Production, like Industry, Success in the Industry, something like that. And that ebook was just mostly about getting placements. No one had ever talked about a music producer selling their own beats independently, going online. I put that out. Then I put out the free book, Death of the Music Production Industry, where I talked about what was going to happen, man. And a lot of you guys are too young. Y'all just now getting in the game to remember. Some of the OGs that y'all been with Live Off Beats from the beginning, y'all remember that. It shook the whole music production community. That's why I'm famous to this day in the music. I can go to any music production event and it's like, oh, that's Postman. Oh, shit, I remember. I got your stuff. Like, the whole thing spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? So, I got on a tangent because I just love talking. I love talking, period. But I love talking to you guys, specifically the producers. I shouldn't say you guys. I should say you, because I'm talking right to you. But it's a whole community. And anyways, I wrote this free ebook. I'll put it in the link down there. So just go there and grab your free copy of the ebook, Producer's Roadmap to Success. Spread it, give it out for free. I don't care. Just share it with people. Whatever. Just read it. Let it change your life, and you're gonna want to share it. And I saw people even talking bad about it before they even read it. I mean, I put out a Facebook ad, and they're like, I saw like a person comment, "Oh man, it's a scam," or "This is bullshit." It's like, man, read the shit, you dumb fucking moron. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least look at. I mean, you got some real, and you guys are influenced by these people. These people say something on forums, and you go, "Oh really? Oh yeah," and you're going, and this is a dumb, moronic motherfucker. Anybody who would look at something that says, "Here's how to be successful," don't even read it and say, "Man, it's bullshit." That's a moron. And you don't want to be no part of that. At least for me, I'll crack the shit open and then tell you, hey, whether it's good or not. I mean, you know how dumb you got to be to look at something and not even get it, not even read it, and then start telling people your opinion about it. I mean, so you got to be very careful out here who you taking information from. And my criteria, if they ain't successful, they never been successful at nothing, they ain't got no track record of doing nothing but running their goddamn mouth, then push them fools to the wayside. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a tangent. I know I'm almost venting a little bit. But get the ebook, man. That's what I want you to do. That's what this video is about anyway. Get that ebook, man, and do what you want with it, man. Pass it around, but read it out. It's going to change everything. Your life is going to be a 180 turn when you read that ebook, because it's not what you think it is, but it's better than what you think it is. But anyways, man, I've been on here 26 minutes. I got to get out of here, man. Love you, love the community, man. Let's spread knowledge. Let's be positive, man. Don't be a hater. Don't worry about dream killers out there. Now, I'm talking specifically about music producers, because music producers that are old or been doing this for a long time and they bitter that they never made it, and they're mad because the young producers or newer producers are coming up now and getting money fast and the internet and doing the things that they wish they could have done instead of struggling all these years with it. And so they just mad and bitter, ignore them fools. You know what I'm saying? If you older, don't be bitter. If you older and been doing this for a long time and ain't made it, don't be bitter. See what the young guys is doing now with the knowledge I done put out, and knowledge out, and start getting money, man. There's so much money out here, so much stuff now out here. The whole industry is opened up in terms of worldwide sales, worldwide marketing for you and your music production business, finding the artists. I mean, it's just so much shit out here, man. It's just automated beat players, all the shit we used to dream about is now come and manifested. So just go ahead and get it. But download that ebook. It's 100% free, just in case you think I'm selling you something, because I know I be selling shit. I have nothing against selling nothing. I love to sell you. I want your money. But I want you to get this ebook for absolutely free, because that's how important it is to me that the lives of music producers are going to be changed by this. I could sell it and make good money, and I'll sell a good amount of copies, but it's not going to spread nowhere near as fast unless I give it out for free. And that's what this is about. So go ahead, spread it, bootleg it, whatever you need to do, and download that right now. Put it down there. All right, man, let me get out of here. I gotta go. Download the ebook, Producer Roadmap to Success. Peace.